So to further on this, I had mentioned that I had an abortion when I was younger. And then when I got pregnant with my first son that I gave birth to, I had my abortion at 8 weeks, and I went to Planned Parenthood in Madison. I did not see the ultrasound. I know they did an ultrasound because I was laying down and they had the screen turned away from me. And they told me it was like a blob. And I believed them. And then when I did get pregnant, and at the same time at 8 weeks had an ultrasound and saw the ultrasound, I saw little arms, little legs, I saw a little spinal cord, I saw a head, I saw heartbeats on the screen. I saw all these things and realized what I did. And it hurt me. It hurt me. You know, I'm 42 years old now. And I did this when I was younger, a teenager. And to this day, not a year goes by that I wonder, was it a boy? Was it a girl? He or she would be this age, that age. I mean, it never leaves. And so for those of you that have made the mistake and had abortions and have this guilt and this feeling, I'm with you. I understand. It does not go away. But I want you to know that if you reach out to your local Right to Life board, community, there is counseling for us to help us get over that grief and get over that guilt. And we can turn ourselves around after what we've learned to help protect life and be the voice for the silent screams. And that, you know, helps you to feel better, to educate women and understand, you know, why you at that time did that as me or anybody else, and understand that there are ways around those obstacles that don't result in death, having an abortion, that there are other options. And that's what the Right to Life is there for. They're there for you. They're there for you whether if you don't have an abortion, if you did have an abortion, you feel bad and you need counseling, you need help with it, like I did. They're there for you. We are here for you. So please, if you are a woman that had an abortion, you feel guilt, please reach out to your local Right to Life chapter. It will not cost you a penny. You don't have to worry about money or anything. They're there for you to help counsel you and help you through this. If you are a woman that is pregnant or in college or in high school, if you're scared to tell mom and dad, we will come with you and help you break the news to your mom and dad. We will explain the options. We will talk to you what you want to do. We will help you college students too. I mean, if you're looking at your future and you're in college and, you know, you're just not ready to take care of another human being, we understand. We will help you with open and closed adoption. We will help you through your pregnancy, maternity clothes, help with getting the nutrients that you need, anything it takes, you know, to get you through that pregnancy and even after that pregnancy, to help you with counseling, be it open or closed adoption, whatever you need. We're not just there, you know, to hold signs in front of Planned Parenthood clinics. We are there for you and to help you. You'll find that what we're starting to do is where there's Planned Parenthoods. I mean, we've gotten, what is, I think 4 states now. One where there's no Planned Parenthood, no abortion clinic. And we've gotten others where there's only one. What we're doing is we're opening up crisis centers across the street, even if it's just down the block a little bit from these Planned Parenthoods, where we have free ultrasounds, where we'll have people, you know, at these Planned Parenthood clinics watching these pregnant women go in and say, hey, before you do this, will you come across the street? Will you see what's inside of you before you do this? And will you listen to what we can offer you to prevent you from doing something that might cause you emotional damage for a long time. We are finding that 95% of women that see that ultrasound and come and talk to us never go through with an abortion. There's a reason why Planned Parenthood will not show you an ultrasound and show you what the baby looks like. Because they want you to keep thinking it's a parasite, it's a blob, it's a tumor. They don't want you to associate it with human life. And they get paid by deceiving you. And then you're left with the hurt afterwards when Planned Parenthood isn't there for you. They're not there to help you with counseling. They're not going to offer you maternity clothes or this or that to go through the pregnancy or open or closed adoption. They're not going to offer you rental assistance, job training, counseling, baby needs if you decide to keep baby. They're not going to offer you a safe haven, a safe place to live, even with your other kids or pets. That was my biggest thing. I was in abuse shelters when my children were younger. I had a abusive ex, and we had a pet dog, and that dog was my kid's buddy. You know, when you go through things and a woman gets put in an abuse shelter, you can't bring that pet with. That is important to your children. It only puts more, you know, stuff on the kids. So when I started opening up crisis centers and helping things throughout our state, I wanted to make sure that these kids have their pet with them, because that's important. You know, they're kids. But there's a lot of things that the Right to Life does, and I don't think people really understand that. I think they look at us as just anti-women or this or that, when we are really more for women than Planned Parenthood is in every means, ways, and anything about it. And then you have people that say, well, Planned Parenthood offers other services. They do not own a mammogram machine. No Planned Parenthood in the whole entire United States owns a mammogram machine. They can do STD testing. They can do cervical cancer testing. They can give you antibiotics for, you know, STDs, birth control, and they can kill babies. They are very limited to what they can do because they're not a licensed healthcare center. Which is why if you're diagnosed with cancer, they can't help you. If they see that, it has to get reconfirmed by a doctor at a licensed healthcare facility, because they are not. They can only prescribe certain medications because they are not a licensed healthcare facility. They don't have a mammogram machine. The Right to Life is not a healthcare facility either, but we help women overcome obstacles that may want them to have an abortion. And that's what's important. You know, women need help sometimes. They're in bad situations. And Planned Parenthood just thinks, well, just go to death. That's easier. Just erase it. Versus they don't care how it harms a woman afterwards. They're not there for you then. We are the Right to Life. So, I just wanted to let people know, because I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding of the Right to Life and don't understand what we do and what our mission is. And yes, our mission is to end abortion. Like I said, you know, I was at my state capitol in Madison for an entire day, over 8 hours, testifying before our legislative House and Senate. We did get 4 bills to pass. Evers, one-term Evers, trust me, he's gone. Vetoed all of them, of course. And, you know, these bills are just really simple bills, like the Right to Know Act. You have an abortion pill. It's a 2-step process. So let's say a woman goes to the abortion clinic and gets the first pill, takes it. They don't have to tell her that if you don't take the second pill, that you could prevent that from an abortion, from miscarrying. I wouldn't even say miscarriage. It's forceful death, because you're taking something to have it happen. They're not legally liable to tell the woman that there's a reverse effect if you don't take the second pill. So that's what one of the bills were. Another bill was that none of our Wisconsin taxpayer dollars go to Planned Parenthood, which a lot of our tax dollars do go to Planned Parenthood across the United States federally also. Then the other one was to be able to allow a woman to see an ultrasound if she requests so from Planned Parenthood, which Planned Parenthood can deny. But yeah, it just, I mean, when you look at bills that people that are pro-life look to change and introduce, a lot of them are just common sense that I don't even see how somebody that's pro-choice can even argue and would want that woman to have that right to know and understand those things. I just don't get it. But so we have the Supreme Court right now. We're waiting for a decision from them, which I truly believe they're just going to say, you know, when it comes to Texas law, the heartbeat bill, it does fit what the Supreme Court had first passed. When it came to Roe versus Wade, it allowed each state to regulate it, just couldn't completely ban it. And with that being said, Texas didn't completely ban it. They said that when a heartbeat starts, if there's a heartbeat present, you cannot have an abortion, which is typically 6 weeks. And a lot of women want to say, well, you don't even know you're pregnant at 6 weeks. Well, you know when you have sex. Either you use protection or take the morning after pill that prevents the egg from attaching to the wall, hence forming, I mean, if I'm going for medical, for my nursing degree, I mean, again, my Christian view says one thing, but medically, once that egg that's fertilized attaches to the uterus wall, that's when your pregnancy, when the baby comes, what they want to say, human. You can prevent that from happening by the morning after pill, which I guess I could meet halfway in and say, okay, morning after pill, 6-week heartbeat pill. Even though I'm totally pro-life and don't want any type of abortion, you know, I realize that we live in a day and stage where we have to at least take what we can get, and I think the 6-week heartbeat bill is very reasonable for both sides to agree on. Even if you're raped, you know when you're raped. It doesn't take you 6 weeks to figure it out. So again, that's my stance when it comes to things, and I would hope that people understand where I'm coming from and understand that abortion is a very touchy subject for me, and I'm totally pro-life, and I don't want anybody to think that a baby is not viable at 21 weeks because I had my son at 21 weeks. I don't want people to think that they're a tumor or they're a parasite because they're not scientifically. But then again, you have a male, you know, taking women swimming sports places away from biological females. So where's those feminists on that, by the way? Those of you that talk about, you know, my body, my choice, this and that, but you have a male that's literally got male genitals, that's got higher lung capacity, higher muscle, and everything else, that couldn't make it in male swimming, was like 530 place in there, and is getting first place in women's right now, and taking those scholarships, and what those women, biological women, worked so hard for, that do not have the physical capacity as that biological male. So, you that think you're feminists, sit down. Again, I mean, this world's just getting crazy. But, again, my 2 cents. I just wanted to bring more to this abortion topic because I think it's important for people to understand that it's a baby. A fetus is a stage of life as toddler, preteen, teenager, adult, and so on. It's just a stage of life. It's no less human. So I hope you guys understand that. God bless. Good night.